Nigga feel good today. Yeah, nigga feeling good today. Yeah, thank you for your patience. Yeah, nigga free, no
Hello,
Mason.
everybody, and welcome back to another episode of A Wee Touch of Madness, the video podcast hosted by me, Loz, every single week. And now today I have a brand new guest with me, all the way from Alabama in the United States. Finny, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, it's my absolute pleasure. So, Finny, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the music that you do to the people out there who may not be aware of what it is that you deliver?
Okay. Hey, for everybody there, my name is Finny. Like you said, I come from Alabama in the United States, and I make mainly hip hop music, but I'm not too afraid to go outside of that genre. So like hip hop, R&B, slight pop, things like that. Uh, Started making music around like 2017, and just been kind of making music for years basically. um, yeah, no, music is just something that I love doing, and I don't see myself doing anything else. So
Don't see yourself doing
uh,
anything else.
honestly,
That's a very good attitude. I quite like that one. Uh, so, do you have any plans, like musically, for next year? Like any projects currently in the work that you want to let people know about?
yeah. I do have a single that's supposed to be dropping in January. Actually, I've been holding on to it for quite a bit because it's more so like thinking about just getting the timing right, and I don't necessarily want to do it like in the beginning of January type of deal. I think that's kind of corny, but um, like new year, new song. No, no, no,
New
no.
year, new me. Woo!
Yeah, like oh god, yeah, no. New Year's resolutions don't. They're just they're corny to me, but um, yeah, I got a single drop in next month. Trying to start a campaign for that as well. And I haven't dropped an EP in a minute, so I might do that next year as well. But mainly just trying to build up a team, release as many singles as I can, try to get some momentum. And try to be more consistent. That's one of the goals that I'm having right now, is to be more consistent with my music, because like this year I've only released maybe like 2 songs, and I mean numbers are decent, but they could be better. So one of my goals right now is just being more consistent yet next year, working with more people, collaborating.
And to try and
Uh,
play a bit more on the traction that you're building up to
yeah,
keep yourself like in the algorithms, as it were.
right, and
Yeah,
just try to build up a fan base, really.
yeah.
So I have some high hopes for next year.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be talking about your latest release, which I think the music video for it came out last month, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Feel Good Today.
Hmm.
We're going to touch on that one a little bit later. So, in the meantime, like obviously you said that you do hip hop and that you're a hip hop artist. So
Hmm.
what genre, what kind of subgenre of hip hop is it that you mostly focus on?
I would say mainly like alternative hip hop, because
Alternative hip hop.
it's not necessarily like a specific sound. Like it's not really like that trap sound. Is I'm not a gangster at all. I'm not gonna go rap about shooting up somebody's house.
More
I'm
of a farmer in Alabama, though, aren't you?
well, I mean, I think that's a pretty I think that's a pretty large misconception about Alabama, because I mean, yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of prejudiced people and da 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 cousins, fucking cousins. Like there's that.
Oh,
Me
wow.
personally,
We have hit into a controversial subject very early in the interview. Now,
I mean,
everybody at home, if you remember, that has only happened twice before on this show. We've hit controversy very early.
oh man, well, I think it's a. I mean, me personally, I don't know anybody that does that, but
Uh-huh.
it's. I feel like Alabama is a pretty normal place compared to everywhere else. I mean, it could be better, but uh yeah, no, and oh man, I lost track of what I was saying, but it's just it threw me off a bit. But I would say my music is more so like it's more so like an alternative because it's like you're not really sure what you're gonna get exactly.
Mm,
Because me as a musician, I'm more so like I do things in the moment. I do things like as I feel. Like if I feel sad, I'm gonna make a like hip hop R&B or more slow melodic thing. And if I feel like I want to talk my shit, I'm gonna come up with something like feel good today. Like
yeah.
I feel amazing. I'm gonna choose a certain instrumental that's a bit more bass heavy or more bold, things like that. So it's kind of like I'm not a gangster at all. Like I never grew up in the hood, thankfully, and I'm not gonna sit here and portray that and act like something I'm not. And so really it's honestly just I make what I feel. And if it sounds great, then it'll actually release. And if it doesn't, then it's just gonna stay in the vault until I feel creative enough to make it better. So
Fair enough. Very honest answers. I quite like that.
yeah, yeah,
That's kind of the whole point of this. Get down to
yeah.
it. Get the honest answers and find
Mhm.
out what you really feel.
Honestly, man, I want to be as authentic as possible. So
So, well, yeah, basically, you got
yeah,
because if you're not real to yourself with what you do, then how can anyone kind of take you seriously?
right.
Yeah, like
So
the Island Boys or whatever it is.
yeah,
Those numb nuts.
honestly, I really don't like the image that they're putting out.
Oh, it was the hardest 16 bars I never heard.
No, it's like the me personally, I never listened to their music solely because
If you
of
can call it music,
I
I call it shit.
well, if whatever it is, because I I heard a little bit, but I saw the way they presented themselves made them. I'm not gonna say it offended me, but it made me not want to support them simply because it seemed like they were kind of playing off of a
Trying
culture
to
that
trying to
wasn't
play off a
theirs.
stereotype in a culture.
Yeah,
They look like
like
cucks trying to be bulls.
right, because like I moved to Florida to go to school for music and da da da. Da. And what I noticed is there's a lot of different cultures here, right? There's a lot of people from the islands, like there's a lot of Haitians, there's a lot of Jamaicans, there's a lot of people from the Hispanic community and things like that. And I noticed that it's more I think I'm not sure, but I seen like more black people with the wicks and things like that and the tattoos and da da da. And so I'm like, okay, that's just like the culture down here. But it's like you see somebody with like a lighter complexion and it just with tattoos on some image wise, they look like they on some like gangster shit and it just like they trying to make money, they trying to profit off of a culture that's not theirs and it just kind of it rubbed me the wrong way. It made me not even want to even attempt to listen to what they got to say.
No, I kind of, I actually kind of understand what you kind of, what you're saying there,
Mm,
and for a lot of people that have watched this show and a couple, especially like a few episodes back, you kind of already know my stance on this, which is
mm,
hashtag fuck mumble rap.
mm.
You know, especially fuck those guys.
Well, okay, with mumble rap, I hope that I've dabbled in it a little bit, right? So
Oh, I had
like
a high opinion of you as well.
well,
Oh,
okay. Well, check this out. Look, I'm an artist that likes to experiment with different things, especially like with my writing and everything. So I was like, you know what? So if you check out the song Neverland, uh okay, so that song was specifically for I made this song specifically for stoners. Because it's based off of vibes alone, right? Uh like it's like it has no real lyrical value, at least my verse doesn't, but my verse has no real lyrical value, but it's more so just off the vibes. And when you're like in the clouds and shit, you'll like literally I don't know, when I listen to it and I'm in the clouds, I kind of like make my own story up while I listen to it. It's fucking weird. I'm like a visual guy when I'm up there. But it's if you listen to that song, it's like I play with it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Something that kind of like keeps the vibe going really. And then like towards the end it's like I experiment with like nature sounds and things like that to kind of make it more interesting and shit. I don't know, but it's I thought about dabbling with it a little bit. Cuz I don't think it's all bad because I know that music nowadays is like you don't have to have just straight lyrics, straight bars, straight wordplay and metaphors and shit like that. Like a lot of people listen to music based off of their moods. And so if they're not trying to listen to something like super lyrical right now, they'll probably okay, He's mumbling. Okay, it sounds good. It sounds the beat's hard.
Well, I guess that's kind of where like we're like a little bit different because when I listen to music, regardless of what mood I'm in, I
Mhm.
still want to hear the story. I still want to,
Mhm.
hear the lyrics. I still want to like have the whole metaphors going for it. But the
Right.
story of the song is always important to me,
Mhm.
regardless of what mood I'm in. If I'm in an angry mood, it's got to be an angry song,
Mhm.
but I can hear all the words. If I'm happy or if I'm upset, exactly the same thing. It's the
Mhm.
story that goes with the song.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's something that I'm trying to implement in my music in a way that's like it's how would I put this? I want to make music that's catchy but also very lyrical. Like with Feel Good Today, I would say there was a lot of wordplay in that song. There was a lot of just basically me talking my shit and I feel good today. This is why I feel good today. I'm that guy. And saying that without mumbling and saying that and playing around with like how words. So like make make a I don't know if I can say it on here, but make an N-word dread, make them
You can
lock
now you
up.
can say whatever word you
Okay.
want on here, as long as it's not over excessive.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, I say cunt, dick, shit quite a lot, so as long as it's not over excessive, it's fine. You can say whatever word
Yeah.
you want.
Well, okay. So yeah, like when I say make a nigga dread, make them lock up. Now they really fed up. My flow too tough. It's like I love having wordplay. I love having a story with most of my songs. I think I started out more so with projects and like EPs and albums and things like that because I believe I'm more of like a storyteller than
Hmm.
anything. And I don't think singles are necessarily the best route for me creatively, but I do know that it'll probably be the best route as far as like getting people to hear like who I am. So then once I do like release a project, I can actually tell a story and people will actually stay to listen type of deal.
So like kind of like build up that traction before you
Really,
drop
yeah.
something like mega, and then you're like, bang,
Right,
right?
cuz
This is what all my work led up to.
like I realized like what's the point of dropping a project if nobody's going to like stay to listen type of deal or
Yeah,
like they don't know you enough to stay to listen.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I completely get what
So,
you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying there as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
And as everybody knows, I've spoken to a lot of artists and bands recently, and it it is kind of the same sort of story in a way. Like they
Mm,
release songs, and they use this platform to promote their next one, which I highly encourage.
mm,
Um, and that's what this platform's here for so you can
right.
promote yourself and basically pimp yourself out.
Okay. Well, yeah. Definitely. If you guys go to my Spotify, Finny, you'll see the black kid that's doing the thing with his hair. If you go on Apple Music, anywhere, it's my music is all over the place. Um, and I have new music coming out in January. This I guess this is the plugging part, but um, yeah, no, I just highly suggest just trying it out. I'm honestly, there's something in there that somebody's gonna like. I
Yeah.
guarantee it. Um, because I try to make sure that I capture like any type of mood. I try to be as versatile as possible. Because I know my moods change like crazy, and I'm not bipolar. I'm just fucking. I don't know. I'm weird, but I try to change up my style, everything. So it's like you don't know exactly what you're gonna expect, but more 9 times out of 10, you're gonna like whatever I do. Um,
I like the confidence.
I it took me a minute to get that into myself, but now it's like the more I listen to my own music, it's like the more I'm like, damn, like I really make good music. I make great music. And it took a minute to actually feel that because like it's like I wake up, like my bed is literally right back there. And I'm in my studio right now. If you can't tell, got the lights and stuff. You can I got my speakers like over here, but it's like for years I've had my studio right next to my bed. I would wake up, work on beats, work on songwriting, and then do something, but then come right back to the studio and work and work and work. And it's like it's like this endless amount of grinding that I'm just
So what? No coffee first?
nah. Straight to
What?
music, straight
How
to
can
music, man.
how can you?
Music is my coffee. All right, it's
Coffee
my
is
caffeine.
life. I need coffee just to summon the courage to get up in the morning.
Nah, man, nah. It's straight to it. It's straight to it. The grind.
Well,
The
I
grind
guess
never
it's true
stops.
then. We both, me and you, are two completely different breeds. I require at least 4 cups of coffee in the morning
Really,
just to get me in a good mood.
man. Honestly, okay. So I think coffee is like I'm not really that much of a coffee drinker, honestly. But it's like my fucking manager, like he there was this one morning like I had to get up for something. And like he gave me this it's something, it's like death coffee or something. It's like something with death in the name.
I
But it
think I've
was
seen the
like
adverts for that. I think I know what you're on
yeah,
about.
it's like but it's like it's a really strong coffee. And dog, let me tell you, it kept me up for about a good day and a half, I think. Like 24 hours plus more type of deal. And I'm just like, because I was not feeling that day at all. No, it was for the music video. It was for the music video. For Feel Good today. And we had to wake up at like 10. Well, I had to wake up at 10. And normally I sleep super late because I'm just a night owl. And he on the day of the video, he gave me like this I guess death coffee or something. And I stayed up all that day plus half of the next day. And I'm like, wow, this is gonna get addicting. Let me have another cup. And I had to take a bit. I had to, he basically kind of detoxed me after the second cup because he saw the road I was heading with that. So I just kind of stay away from coffee anyway. Um and yeah, no, it's straight to music. Like it's something that I've always just pictured myself doing.
Yeah.
Um, Especially like after high school. I would say like in high school, I wanted to be an architect and a film score composer.
Ooh.
Yeah. Then I realized I really didn't like math that much, and I started making beats out of nowhere, and
Who does like math?
like math is just like fuck Newton, bro. Like, why did he come up with like an apple fell on his head, and it's just like, oh, let me just like bring the children of the next generation just fucking all this pain and suffering. But so
Just
yeah,
bringing them
so
all this pain and suffering
you
for
know,
math.
yeah, make them feel less of themselves because an apple fell on my head. So so Yeah, I still do film scores. I did come to school in Florida for film scores. School didn't necessarily work out the way I wanted it to. So
Mm.
I'm just kind of doing my own thing right now, but um my manager still has me like doing film scores and things like that. Cuz I love music as a whole. Um I was in band in high school as well. I would say that's something to blame for it. But if you listen to my music, a lot of the times in my beats I have violins in it. Um, I think that's something that's a new type of sound that I'm kind of going for. Like, I consider myself the violin kid, the violin boy. I have an EP called RP Violin Boy, which is I can get into that, but
So
um,
we've gone from Island Boys to Violin Boy.
yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
nice transition there. Right,
yeah,
just
yeah, that's how my mind works. That's why my music is the way it is.
So then,
But
building on with obviously, you're saying that you've got a lot of new music coming out next year for 2022, and you're going to
mm,
have the first release of that is sometime in January, and you've not given me any more details about that yet so far. So I'll just move
okay.
on and say, because you mentioned that you want to start doing like some more collaborations and get
Mhm.
get your name out there a bit more. So my question is, if you could do a collaboration with anyone, who would it be?
If I could do a collaboration with anyone,
It's me, isn't
golly.
it?
Yeah,
I know.
man,
Yeah, it's me.
like
Yeah,
this is my dream, right
you know,
here. Like
uh,
talking to you, man, is like,
I aim to please. I know. I
hey
know you're
man, it's
starstruck. It's fine.
yeah, dude, it's blowing my mind, bro. Like, nah, it's if I could collaborate with anybody, um, damn, I would say maybe this artist named Smino. Have you ever heard of Smino before?
SMO.
Smino.
Then no.
Man, he's definitely one of my influences. You should check him out. Is Smino Smino. He's very like, how do I explain it? He's really he's really interesting to listen to. Like his beat choices, it's like he has a certain sound that it's him. He has a certain flow, he has a certain way he does his voice and things like that. But
But he's had
let
a
me
fuck ton of streams. I've just looked them up on Spotify now. Holy
yeah.
fuck!
I mean,
I'm
you said anybody. You said
Yeah. You
anybody.
said anybody. Holy fuck! Well, I'll definitely take a listen to that.
Yeah, no, he's really he captures like a lot of vibes as well. I really like his style. Uh it's like a I want to say neo soul, but I don't have a full grasp of the definition of that yet, so I'm not gonna say that officially. But um, yeah, I really like his style. Let me see. Maybe somebody that you actually you may know, because Mino is not like super mainstream yet, but I mean, as far as like maybe not artist wise, but producer wise, I would love to work with Travis Scott though.
See, I've heard that one quite a lot. I've heard
Mm.
that name quite a lot recently. A lot
Like,
of people they want to work with Travis Scott.
yeah, like if I was to make beats for Travis Scott, I would love to do that. Maybe not like artist wise, because I think we're a bit too similar, and I have to like, I think he's been a bit too much of an influence. So
Mm,
it's like lately I've been trying to, veer away from that really. So like
yeah,
with Feel Good today, it's more so like I'm just kind of doing the more rapping thing right there, or like something like that. And with this new single, like I'm doing playing a bit more with the rapping thing and everything. So, but as far as making beats, Travis is like absolutely amazing. I would love to work with him one of these days. So, um, but yeah,
fair enough. Fair enough. So then, how would you explain your creative process then when you create your music? For when you get your idea, and then get it down on paper, get it and then get it done and then get it out there to the people?
So my creative process is really like I would say it's kind of all over the place, sort
Mm,
of. So like there'll be one day I'll be making beats or whatever, or I'll make a beat and I'll just work on it. I'll be like, I really like this beat. This is like one scenario where I'll be like, I like this beat. And then I sit on it for like 3 months. But then afterwards I'll come back to it and I'll come back to it and be like, I'm gonna actually write some lyrics to this. So I make a hook, either or I make a chorus, either while just just a, straight up making the chorus, or I'll like play like I don't know my Xbox and I'll like listen to the beat over and over again, and then like I'll like sing something, or I'll be at work and sing the hook. And so I'll have a chorus, but then it's like the verses come and I'll probably sit on the song for another like 2 or 3 weeks and then get the verses out. I mix and master like everything. So it that even takes longer, which is why I was talking about trying to find a team
mm,
because the creative process itself is already a lot. So if I could have like a mixer and somebody to mix the music and somebody to master, that'll take like 50% of the time away from whatever I got to do. Looking for a producer because I don't even want to make my own beats anymore because it kind of like makes it. I don't know. I guess it kind of ruins the songwriting process, really,
right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, in a way. So basically, that was a job posting offer that you just put out there. So if anybody out there watching this or listening to this or just having it playing on in the background whilst you're cleaning your kitchen, uh, if you are a producer and you want to help out our man here, Finny,
you know,
send us a message. I'll make sure he gets it, or message him directly. We'll see if we can get some beautiful relationship started up.
that would be absolutely amazing. Honestly, 'cause, man, do I need it. God, but so yeah, and so I think this song that so yeah, for example, this song that I'm about to release in January, um, I I think I started writing on that song. Well, I didn't make that beat, but I started writing the song January of this year, and I don't think I finished it until like maybe July,
Hmm,
and I just been kind of sitting on it because I wasn't really sure when I wanted to. I just wanted to kind of like build up how many songs I've had. So yeah, the creative process for me really is so like if I do have a beat, I will probably like I'll probably mumble rap on it or like
I had a feeling
get
you were going to say that. I was
so okay.
already
All
rubbing
right.
my temples, going, "Oh,
All
he's going
right.
to say
All
mumble
right.
rap." I
All
know
right.
he is.
Okay. Look, it's for the idea. All right.
Uh huh.
It's like you get the you like you have the beat, right? You have the beat, and then you're like, okay, I ain't gonna come up with no words right now. I'm just gonna get the general vibe of the song. And so once I get something, like I'll be like, I'll like sing like da 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 da. Like I'll just like get some, I'll just get some like flows and melodies and things like that, and just a general idea of what I want to do,
Yeah.
and then afterwards I'll write to it. Like I have a shit ton of songs that's like unfinished that just still has like mumbling and like stupid shit, like just the the and I still have to finish them, but I think that's but yeah, no, I think that's just one of the main issues I've been having, just really just finishing songs.
Right.
I think that's the only thing really that's been holding me back from being consistently
So you need someone
dropping music.
to give you a kick up the ass to get you back in there.
Basically.
I can do that.
Well,
I'm very good at doing that.
you know what? It's welcome, because I clearly have trouble doing it myself. So, but yeah, no, that's something that I'm aiming for next year. Just really being more consistent, actually finishing songs, which I think I'm doing a bit more decent at now because I'm finishing up this one song. It should be either today or tomorrow. But I'm working on like finishing songs. Like now I don't leave the project unless I have something substantial like finished
Yeah.
already. I don't just leave it out just to collect dust anymore. So
So
um
then going on that then, with what you've just said there, that you need to get a bit more motivation to finish songs and actually finish
mm,
doing the projects that you're currently working on. What is the one thing that you know now that you could have told your younger self at the start of your music career?
mm. One thing I would have told myself. Uh Man, that's a loaded question. Sorry, give me give me a second.
That's right.
Um
Well, whilst you think about your answer, we can play a sample of your latest video for the
yeah,
people
yeah.
out there, so that way they can get an
Yeah,
idea.
sure.
Get an idea.
Yeah,
So you
sure.
just think about your answer, and I'll let.
Okay.
You know what? Depending on how long you take to think about it, depends on how much of the video gets played.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just different.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What? Go, yeah, yeah. Go, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Nigga feel good today. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nigga feeling good today. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your patience. Yeah, nigga.
I would say that you can actually do this. If I was talking to 2017 me, that I would say you can actually do this and you're going to get so much better at it. And
So never give up. Don't stop believing.
yeah, no, because I honestly I think the first time I even got the idea to even make a beat was I had a friend who was he was a rapper and he was like, "Hey, yo, do you make beats?" And I was like, "Nope, but I can try," and cuz I was still writing like a band piece for my high school band. And so like I had it's like different softwares and things like that and I was like, "Man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing." And I remember it was this one time he had actually came to my house and I was like making the beat and it was just so like because I didn't know what I was doing, it was super tedious. And I'm like, man, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. This shit gonna sound like some straight dookie water, dog. And I think he knew that too, but he just didn't say nothing. I think a
That's a
lot
good
of
friend. That's a
yeah,
good friend.
no, I think a lot of people like that I showed my beats to because like once I got a little bit more into it, um, I think a lot of people that I showed my beats to, it's like they knew it wasn't that great, but they always encouraged me. Like my mom has been the most supportive person in my career, point blank. I love her to death. Love her to life, actually. Fuck that. But she's been the most supportive person of my anything I wanted to do. She was there. My sister always there. Um, but my friends, I it's like now that I'm farther along, it's like, and I listen to the beats I used to make back then. I'm just thinking like, man, y'all really lied to me and let me kept doing this. But I forgive y'all because I got better. Y'all knew I was gonna get better. So that that was there. But I would definitely say you can actually do this. This is you're not bad at it. You gotta allow yourself to allow yourself to get used to it. Allow yourself to immerse in a new field, in a new experience.
So you're
Um,
not bad at it. You're just inexperienced, but
right,
practice makes perfect.
right.
Yeah.
Honestly, because music has music has been for a very long time. Like it has always been a form of therapy, kind of to get my mind right. Either it was making beats or writing music. Like I would say I started out as a poet, as a spoken word artist, because my mom was a spoken word artist, and I just kind of moved that poetry into writing raps, but it made my raps have a bit more wordplay and metaphors in it, I would
Yeah,
say.
and big shout out to all the women in our lives out there, our mums, our sisters,
Of course.
our partners. Massive shout out to all the women in our lives who actually support us and encourage us to do what we want to do,
Right,
to do
man.
our dreams.
Yeah, because
Without you girls, we are nothing.
honestly, and surprisingly, that's kind of rare, don't you think? Like, it's like I've come across some people that's like, I would say, well, I've heard some stories where it's like the significant other is just kind of like, nah, we need to focus on these bills. You need to focus on getting a job. Like da da da.
It's
Which,
funny. It's funny that you say that because yeah, my missus, she does say that we need to like focus on like
mm,
paying the bills and like,
yeah,
supporting our family, which
right.
obviously and
It's
all that. But then she's also very encouraging
mm,
towards like me doing my podcast as well.
mm,
She doesn't sit in the same room as I do because she would just not stop laughing the first time I tried to do a podcast.
really.
So she now just sits out on the stairs going on her phone, going through TikTok videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, hey, as long as she there for you, man, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, not so. I have a question for you. So when you first started
Oh,
out,
hello. This is a bit. It's not very often that the host gets asked a question.
yeah, no. So I would say, well, I would ask. So for you starting out, um, how was your first time doing a podcast? Like, how would you say how are you feeling? When you first got your first I guess guest on the show. How was your nerves going? How was how what did you think? What were you thinking?
The first podcast that I done, as everybody will probably know, season one, episode one with Danny Hems. The first episode that I done, I was a little bit nervous. I will admit I was very
Mm.
nervous, but then as I started getting into it, my confidence started to build. The more I started to talk and actually get into a little bit of a flow, I made the mistake by not having a list of questions written down in front of me.
Oh man.
So I kind of rambled a little bit. And plus, at that time, that first episode, it was on my it was on my old gaming laptop,
Oh
which
wow.
was way past its life. It was like almost an 8-year-old laptop, so it was pretty much breaking like every other day
Yeah.
until I got a new one. So,
Yeah.
um, but it took a while for me to actually get around to doing the podcast, researching and the best way to do it and the best way to do it that I would be comfortable with. So that's why I do video podcasts
Mm.
instead of just the audio. How everybody, all of my podcasts, they are going to be available on all the streaming sites very soon until I need to hit that 300 view target on one video. Since I've hit that target, every single episode is going to go on the streaming sites. So if you want it on there, get those views up.
Okay. Get
Uh,
those views up.
but I like to do the video podcast because I feel more comfortable talking with my guests when I can see them.
Mm.
I can see the reactions in their faces.
Right.
I can read the passion in their voice, and I can see the passion in their eyes when they're talking
Mm.
about their music and their projects, and that excites me. I like that. I like seeing that because if my guests are having a good time and I can see they're having a good time,
Mm.
then I feel a lot more confident knowing that what I'm doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, you doing it right.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
works. So that works for me. It took a while to get that,
Hmm.
but my first episode, oh, I was a bit of a wreck. But I had a
Yeah.
couple of people go, "No, you were a bit of a wreck. It was enjoyable to watch, but you were a bit of a wreck." I was like, "Oh, cheers!" And then as more episodes got done, I started getting better, got more confident. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, no, well, that's great, bro. And it's funny you mentioned it's funny you mentioned your 8-year-old laptop because when I started when
I've
I
still got it. I
started
won't get rid of it.
making
I've still
man
got it. I won't get rid of it.
same. No, honestly, dude. So I would say when I first started, I'm I think I've always had this rule of like I just work with what I have.
Mm,
So when I started on back in 2017. I started on a computer that was probably made in like 2006. That was still running Windows 7, and I was working on this software called Fruity Loops. I'm Have you
Everybody
heard?
knows Fruity Loops.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I just yeah. Anyway, so you know how like the demo version of Fruity Loops, like it'll allow you to make the music,
Mm,
but you couldn't like save it, right?
yeah,
So what I did was I made the music and I did the whole song like all in like one project, right? So I had the demo version, and instead of turning my computer off, I would basically put it into hibernation mode and then put it I basically put it into hibernation mode, and when I needed it again, I'll turn it back on and get right back to the project. But then that computer ended up like kind of breaking in a sense. I have no idea how
yeah,
what my mom did with it. But then my mom had this other computer which was made in 2007, which had Windows 7, and it was a shittier computer. But also because the battery was really bad, and so it's kind of like one of those the battery was bad. So you know how like a computer can when the battery is bad, the charger port is like the main source of power,
yeah.
because if you take
My
it out,
laptop was that old that I literally could not take
yeah,
the power
like
cord
it,
out of it. I had to leave it in at
yeah,
all times.
like if you take that power cord out, it's just done. You lose everything. So it was that computer, and I still have it. It's actually in my drawer right now. But I basically would make sure I put it in hibernation mode and make sure that I would still have my music when I opened it back up, because I couldn't save it. And I would be literally working on the same song for like weeks. And I had gaming headphones, so I was mixing with gaming headphones. I'm pretty sure you can imagine how that sounded. Just starting out, gaming headphones,
Mm.
everything is peaking. Literally everything was peaking. Like I listen to it now and it's just distortion. Everything is just trying to fit its way. It's so bad. But I thought it sounded good. Um and hell, even when I moved here, I I had a USB microphone, and I had the original stand that came with it
That's what this
broke.
is. That's what this is. This is a USB microphone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's cool. Is it a newer
Yeah,
microphone?
it's a condenser microphone. Obviously for the
Nice.
environment that I feel that I record my
Mhm.
podcast in, it makes sense having a condenser instead of a dynamic mic.
Yeah,
So this is a condenser USB microphone.
nice. Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. It's a brilliant microphone.
Yeah, no, it's actually like USB, like condenser microphones. I absolutely love them. Like, and but the one I had was a newer 7000, I think. And the original like stand that it came with, it ended up breaking. So I had to use a camera stand to record, and all my friends will tell you it was the funniest setup, but I make do with what I have. And so the stand broke. I mean, the original stand broke for the microphone, but I still had the shock mount.
Yeah.
And so what I did, I still had the shock mount. So I put the shock mount inside the little clamp
Uh-huh.
of the camera stand, and I used that, and
Oh
it
wow.
worked.
Oh fuck.
And it worked. I had it for like a good 2 years, and it was working because I work with what I got. The speakers I had, they weren't specifically mixing speakers. They were more, I would say they were more so commercial, like just for the regular consumer, because the bass was just, I don't know why people love like bass so much. Like people that don't mix music or anything, they just
Mm.
like love, like they'd rather hear the bass than the rest of the song. Like it's annoying when people have like the subs in their car just going stupid. Like I can't hear anything else but the subs. Um, but it's a pet peeve of mine, man. I'm sorry, dude.
It's all right.
But
I feel like I'm hitting you on a tangent there. You kind of
no, because it's like
feel
it's
like I've hit a
so
nerve somewhere.
honest. It's so stupid to me. Like people just literally like you can only hear the subs, and it's like, do you not want to hear like the rest of the song? Like why? Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling a bit, but it bothers me so much as a mix engineer, like just ugh. But anyway, so the camera stand with the condenser microphone with a $7 pop filter that I'm probably never gonna get rid of. Um and what else? I didn't have speaker stands like I do now. So basically my speakers were on the table with styrofoam and shit. And I made music that way. And I learned how to mix, and I got a better computer because of school. And I don't think it wasn't until like maybe in the middle of like last year that I actually started investing into my studio. And like actually, somebody actually gifted me FL Studio. I think maybe 2019, either 2018 or 2019.
All right.
And it was super cool. I would say they were just sent from the universe, sent from God somewhere. But like they were just like, yeah, you know what? Here's FL Studio. I'm like, what? Like, huh? I'm
It's
like,
like
huh?
my editing software, for instance, that I use for my podcast. That was
Mm,
gifted to me. It was a birthday present. Got the
really?
subscription for it. Yeah, so that's been very helpful. It's like the whole professional suite with it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. I'm
dude,
still
that's
learning how
awesome.
to use it.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah, 3 seasons deep, and I'm still learning how to use it. But it is very good software, and I really do enjoy it. Yeah, I really enjoy
Yeah.
using it, and also with like mistakes and all that. When I first started out, I bought what I thought would be a decent camera,
Mm.
like for cheap, because I couldn't afford anything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, it didn't work out that well because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it has a wide angle, but it can do like this distance. So is there a way I can? And I didn't realize until way after the cut-off point to get the refund and send it back that all the stuff on it that said that I could do, you can't actually do.
Yeah.
And so I've just kind of not stuck with it.
Man. Well, yeah, no, that's super cool, man. And as long as you got it, you can always learn. Like the software, as long as you got the software, you can always learn it and stuff. Doesn't matter like how long
Oh
it
yeah,
takes, as long as
it's
you still
brilliant. It's
learn it.
brilliant software. I'm learning something new every time I edit a new episode. I was like, I wonder what happened if I press this button. Oh, hello. And
Right.
but yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Power Director I use. It's absolutely fantastic bit of
Okay.
software. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, Finny, before we ramble on and turn this into a tech show, where can the people watching this or listening to this, where can they connect with you online if they want to check out your music or just send you a message and say hi?
Well, if you want to send me a message and say hi, you can follow me on Instagram at Finny the Kid. So that's like FINNY the Kid. Um, and follow me on Twitter, Finny the Don, same type of deal. And my music is everywhere. So if you if you have Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, or whatever, you can search up Finny. I made sure that my profile picture was kind of the same across something. So like, because I noticed there was multiple Finnies, and I realized that way too late before I like already put like maybe an album out, and I was like, wow, well, where are these other Finnies coming from? Like, I thought it was pretty. I thought it was a pretty unique name. Um, and so yeah, you're gonna see maybe a few Finnies pop up. But I'm the only black one. Yep.
The
So there's that. There's that. Hey, So you look up Finny, you see the black guy, you be like, okay, that's him.
Well, there you go, everybody. If you didn't catch that, if you didn't catch where to catch him on social media, as always, I will have his social links dangling there on the screen, so you can click on it or not click on it. You can search him up, have a little look, send him a message, say hi. I'm pretty sure he'll say hi back. He seems like an all right dude. Don't seem like an asshole. And if you want to
Be
search
chilling.
for him, if you want to search for him on Spotify and all that, remember he's the only artist called Finny that's actually a black guy. His
Of
words.
course, Yeah, no, it was my words. My words. I'm the only black guy there,
The only black guy called Finny. That was just that. Oh my god, I can't get over that.
Yeah. Yeah, one of a kind. One of a kind.
Oh, well, you said that you wanted your name to be unique, and in a way, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
So I meant to say how I actually got that name. Basically, Finny, believe it or not, Finny came from my Xbox name. And so how let me explain it, because I know it sounds a little crazy. I know it sounds a little weird. But I wouldn't say there's like some super deep meaning to it, right? But it came from my Xbox name. My Xbox name was Finny Parasite 25, right? And I thought it sounded weird and stupid as hell, right? But later on throughout the years, my friends just started calling me Finny. And the more and more I heard the word Finny, the more and more it kind of became a part of my identity.
Yeah.
And so essentially, like, my name originally was gonna be Polar, but I was like, nah, that shit sounds stupid.
Polar.
It was gonna be Polar, but there's nothing polar about me. So I would say, I was like, you know what? Why don't I go with Finny? Because that's such, to me at the time, it was just such a unique name, and I've never heard anybody have that name before. So I was like, you know what? It sounds weird, but maybe that might catch people's attention, because they'll be like, who the fuck? Da da da. And I wanted something simple. So there's that. There's that. And people been calling me Finny ever since.
It's kind of like my name in a little way. A lot of people call me Loz or Lozzle, which is obviously my name. Obviously, it's short for like Lawrence. Around here, someone calls Lawrence, you like, call him Loz for short, and
Yeah.
that's also my Xbox profile.
Really?
is Loz with the 3 as the E.
Yeah.
The Lozzle. That's my Xbox name, and I just kind of stuck with it for years since I was like 14, 15 years old, and it's just all the time now. It's just Loz.
Yeah, no, that actually sounds really cool. I wouldn't even thought of that name, Lazo.
You can't have my name though. You can't use my name.
No, I'm not gonna.
You can't. You can't just go.
it's
Oh look, I don't like the name Finny no more, so I'm gonna call myself
man,
Lozzle.
hey, no, it's all yours. It's you got it. I'm just, I'm just taken aback a little bit by how like cool it sounds. Like that sounds really fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh,
But
thank you. If I
yeah,
had a shave, you'd see me blush. That was actually a really good compliment. Thank you, man. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Just gotta share the love.
Uh, oh, stop it, you charmer. What is the
Oh, man.
message that you would like to give your fans, like if they're watching this? What is the message you'd like to give to them?
Um, I would just say thank all of you that have been just supporting my music, have been just kind of rocking with me since the beginning, or I just truly thank you guys. Like honestly, um, it's just seeing you guys support, seeing you guys DM me, anytime I release, and it's like every time I release, it's like it's always somebody that's like, yo, this a hit, you don't miss, da da da. And that really like that really like they'll always send it in all caps too. Like it's never like a regular message. But not like you guys are awesome. Honestly, I really thank you guys for y'all support, and because y'all don't have to listen to me, but y'all do because y'all like the stuff I put out. And
I actually honestly think that is the most heartwarming statement I've had from that question. That is
really
actually the most heartwarming one I've had so far.
yeah, no, I love the people that support me. Like they're the main reason why like I'm, you know, gonna get somewhere eventually, It's they're essentially like a support system for me. Like I'm always thinking about them. Like whenever I make music, I'm like, damn, what they gonna like? What do you like? I'll like ask my friend or whatever, like, what do you think they gonna like? What are you gonna da da da? They'll be like, they might like this or da da da, and I'll be like, yeah, they gonna go crazy over this, da da, and they eventually do, I just started doing open mics, and I had a few friends who support me come out, and just seeing them just builds my confidence up in what I'm doing. So I I love the people that support me. They they make everything worth it. So
Beautiful. There was a tear in my eye.
yeah.
Right. Well, Finny, we are now at the point where we are going to start asking some very difficult questions
Mm,
right now. Uh, it's going to it'll probably make you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
okay.
So if at any point you want to stop the interview because you're feeling uncomfortable with the questions being asked, let
Mhm.
me know,
Okay.
and I will tell you to suck it up and
Mhm.
shut up and carry
Mhm.
on and stop
Okay.
being a bitch.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds easy enough. Yeah.
And so there is no safe word. If you feel uncomfortable, I'll just keep going. I'll keep going until you bite on that pillow.
God. Okay. All right. All right.
Okay. So, are you ready for your first question?
I feel like it's gonna be pineapples on pizza or something like that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm- All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Are hot dogs a sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are sandwiches
They are sandwiches. Okay, why?
because it's something between two pieces of bread, right? They just
Uh-huh.
have a different name. You see, like you got let's say you got a hamburger, right? A hamburger is a sandwich because you have two bread and you got something in between. No difference.
Okay. No, that kind of made me feel uncomfortable, which doesn't happen very often. Because
wait,
a
wait.
burger, a burger's a burger.
Yeah.
It's not a sandwich.
No, it's a sandwich. It's a sandwich. Indeed, it is. You just have to you have to open your mind. You got to open your third eye. Wake up. You just gotta wake up and
Oh,
understand that it's a sandwich.
oh, fuck off.
Man.
So, what are your thoughts on the music industry as it stands today?
The music industry. My thoughts on it. I think it's heading in a. I'm thinking about creative. I guess creative wise, I think the music industry is heading into a new era of music. I think people are more. I think people are valuing more authentic uh music instead of the rollie on my wrist type of like, iced out chain. And like it's not like it's cool. It's probably still gonna be like cool around the music industry, but I think people are leaning more into like music that's not mainstream, if that
Mm.
makes sense. Like people are becoming more into they're getting in more into things that are not, I guess, per se mainstream type of deal. I think I've said that twice. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. But I think people are just more so looking for authentic people rather than materialistic people. If that makes sense. People with
Yeah.
actual like emotions and feelings and experiences and stories and things like that. And you know, people are looking for different, sonics to, I think I used that the right way, but they're looking for different things sonically. And
I'm not even sure anymore. It's fucking late, man. I don't even know what the fuck is going on anymore.
I mean, like, yeah, you got those people that are like they'll just like rap anything on a beat and it'll be hot and then people blow it up. And then of course you got that. You'll probably always have that from now on. But I think the mass majority of people are actually opening themselves up to like actual music, because it may look like on the surface, like, with social media, they'll be like, oh, this rapper did this and this rapper did this and this singer is doing da 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 with their money. I think the music industry is, it's uh the music, okay, how would I say this?
I don't know. You tell me.
I would say, from a consumer standpoint, I think
Oversaturated.
I think from a consumer standpoint, they're more so like they don't really care about the materialistic things
Mm.
anymore, because they realize that it doesn't have any value when you're gone. You know, like they realize like life, that people are realizing life isn't about just having fancy cars and great watches and rapping about having bitches all the time and going to strip clubs, spending thousands of dollars on, women. And it's just like it people actually looking for some sort of like, I don't know, something that means something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's always gonna be cool to like flash it and things. But yeah, no, I think we're entering the new era of what people want to hear.
So I quite like that answer.
Yeah.
It was long-winded, but I like that.
Sorry. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get all my thoughts out.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, it's fine. I get you. So, Finny, I have only got maybe two, maybe three more questions for you, and then I could let you go on your merry way.
Okay.
All right. Now, this next question that I'm going to ask you, uh, there's a disclaimer warning with this question.
Hmm.
Basically, it's going to be the most important question that you ever get asked in your life. If
Hmm.
you do any other interviews, if you do any other podcasts, and they don't ask you this question, you'd be like, no, hold on. No, that guy Loz, he was right. This is
Hmm.
the most important question. Why
Hmm.
does no one else ask me this question?
Hmm.
It's that important.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All ears.
Okay.
Well, all ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you sing in the shower? And if you do, what do you sing?
Do I sing in the shower? Yes. Yes, I do.
What'd you sing?
What do I sing? I sing whatever I feel like, man. Like I sing if I want to sing my heart out about the girl I love, I'm gonna sing about the girl I love. If I want to sing about some heartbreak, I'm gonna sing about my heartbreak. Like I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. The acoustics in the bathroom. Let me tell you. The acoustics in the bathroom, they make the vocals just sound so nice. You can hear all the harmonics and the frequencies, bouncing around all the walls and
There we
everything.
go, everybody. That is the
Yeah.
last time I'm going to ask a hip hop artist that question. That is actually the last time I'm ever going to ask a hip hop artist that question.
Hey man. I gave you the honest answer. Take it or leave it.
So, have you had fun doing this with me today?
Of course. This
Yeah?
was actually I was a bit nervous at first because I felt like I wasn't gonna get my words together, but it's like I don't know, the more we kept talking, it was like the more comfortable I got. So
See, exactly. It's the chemistry, isn't it? When you feel
yeah,
comfortable talking with someone, conversation just flows.
yeah, no.
That's
I
what I find.
honestly I think actually seeing you like, like how you do your podcast, I think actually seeing the person is like it's a bit better because you can, like you said, you can see how they're thinking and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
more
exactly.
personal.
And it makes it like you feel a lot more connected when you're doing it because you can like actually like rattle a conversation off of each other with like
Yeah,
no problems.
man.
Would you like to come back on the show then at a later date? So like when you've like finished your project.
Yeah, of course. I would love
Yeah.
to. This has been awesome, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it's been a great experience for me. And then you're an amazing host.
Oh, thank you. You humble me, sir. You humble me.
You're doing a great job with this.
Also,
And
you can get your hand out of my trousers now.
okay. Hey man, we're just getting started, bro. All right.
Buy me flowers first, then dinner. I'm not that sort of girl.
Man, but yeah, no, thank you very much for having me, man. Like, this is really cool.
No, man, it's been my absolute pleasure. It's been my absolute pleasure talking with you. So, everybody, that was that. Finny said he wanted to come back on the show at a later date. So, you at home, you know exactly what that means. Next time we get him on the show, it's up to you. If you have a question you want to ask Finny about his music, about his life, whatever, doesn't matter, put it down in the comment section. Next time he comes on the show, we'll read out the questions to him. And as always, it is the exact same rules for every single guest. The most messed up, the weirdest, the most fucked up question you can think of, put it down in the comments. And next time we get Finny on, we'll read them out. We'll make this motherfucker feel uncomfortable.
Man. Oh man. Okay. I can't wait.
See,
wait.
See, there we go. He's excited about it already. He's excited about that prospect. So get those comments in. And if you like this, and if you like this episode, make sure you give it a like, give it a share, because it really helps us out. And if you want to see more content every week, then subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Just subscribe. Just hit that little button. In the meantime, I will catch you all next week, and make sure you will stay safe. And I'll see you later.
Just different.
Okay, yeah, nigga feel good today. Yeah, nigga.